Alright, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another Let's Play update of my life. Or Let's Play My Life, yeah, that's what I call them, although they are still updates. So, I'm not sure about this one. It is going to be a bit of another downer sort of one, which, you just sort of do stuff, work them off of emotions and all that. Or at least I do when it comes to some content creation stuff. And some of the time content creation is sort of a type of artwork, I guess, and it's just sort of a way of getting my feelings out there and allowing me to express myself. Before the end of this, I do hope to have something more enthusiastic and joy filled to talk about, but for now, we'll stick with the not as good stuff. Um, right, so today I've just been sort of feeling a bit more down, I guess, about I guess we'll say heart related stuff. And if you have seen my video on Let's Play My Life, Honesty and Crushes, you'll probably know what I'm talking about, which, given that last I checked on it, I have not seen any views on that. It's probably unlikely that you have, but if you want to check it out, I'll try and figure out how to do links and stuff. This will probably be uploaded from my phone, which I don't think I have that much power editing wise, but I will. Once I get access to a computer or whatever, I'll try and do that later on. But I was thinking about how I want to say this sort of stuff before I started filming, and also I don't know if you can hear it in the background. I slightly hope not, but got some. I'm playing Final Fantasy 13 at the moment, and some of the music might be uh, cutting through. But yeah, crushes and just sort of interests of the heart. They are never easy at all, and in some cases, I think I might have it easier off than other people. But at the same time, I'm not too sure about that. It's sort of like. So, for most people, they have their celebrity crush and whatnot or whatever, which is what I have, but in my instance, it's my only real crush at the moment, and then there are other people who have their just sort of more down to earth, sort of in their realm level crushes, which those are sort of more difficult to deal with in some cases because you know that person and or you're close enough to them that it's a possibility that it could happen, more likely a possibility, I guess I should say. And you just sort of have a that just sort of makes it easier, I guess. Because, or more difficult, sorry. For losing my train of thought here. Because then it's just still more up in the air about whether or not it will happen and all that. But as far as I go personally, I it just sort of has a tendency to wear on me. Like, I want to try and make it work if at all possible ever, but it's just sort of like, and I am honestly sort of dedicated to at least giving it a shot, and that adds a bit to the difficulty, I guess. And as one of my friends would say, it's very, very unlikely, and I'm not sure if they've completely realized it or not, but I'm also personally well aware of that. And whilst I'm aware of that, it just sort of wears on me, I guess, and that's sort of what I've been dealing with in my mind today. And just being stuck with your own sort of thoughts is never a good thing if you are stuck with them for too long. Because then you start to overthink things. Which is what this is good for, I guess. Just sort of letting them out and stuff. But I don't know. Just I don't know what I want to say about it at the moment. I'm trying to avoid bringing up the name in context. Because that was just another video altogether, and I don't want to get into all the nitty gritty details. But there are more reasons than just she's a well known celebrity and whatnot. There's also the fact that there's a certain amount of distance between where she lives and I live, and that's not the best ideal sort of situation. There is also the fact that we don't know each other personally, which I would like to, but that's just one end, and I can't make someone feel the same way. Then there is also just I don't know, it's like I said, it's a tough situation, but I'm gonna try and work it out, and I'll even try and do what I can to make it so that there's a possible chance that it could happen, but that is a bit further down the line. Aside from that, I guess I'll go with more positive sort of thing for ending this. Well, for one, I found some missing video games. Final Fantasy 13 was one of them. I'm finally completing that. I'd say, maybe a quarter of the way through Disc 3. Not really sure if you can say a quarter, because there's so much to do in that game. But I'm loving it. Final Fantasy is a great game. Even though I knew nothing about the series when I started out, I was highly looking forward to Final Fantasy 13, and I'm glad that I can finish it up. There's also Halo Wars, Brutal Legend, and a few other ones that I'm glad that I rediscovered. Got a new VGA monitor. Not sure if that's a big deal. I just sort of... It's just something to talk about, I guess. I've sort of got a job that I'm going to be doing at this point. My mom's church is going to have me mow the lawn, which that will bring in a bit of money, even if it's just every couple weeks. Having some sort of financial profit is good. And it might help with the bigger resume and getting me an actual job. Aside from that, I'm currently working on a new project that I will be uploading once I am done with it. After the previous video that I did, or Let's Play My Life that I did, I came up with a interesting idea for some content to do that's not like this, but it just sort of requires me to do another task at the same time, which I'm almost done with that, and once that's done, I can start editing it, and then it will be uploaded. I also have another project that I'm working on. An extended version of the film that I did for the 50-hour slam that I think I talked about in the last video. Or at some other point, I'm not sure. I know that I've talked about it, and I've uploaded information about it, sorta. But yeah, for now I'm still down internet-wise, and I think that is all I have to say. It's about 15 minutes in. I think I'd like to stop it at literal 15, just to be cool like that. So, please check out my Twitter page at Kamikaze Freak, or go and check out my Twitch channel. Won't be anything uploaded there until my internet is back. Don't know when that will be. But as I said, I'll let you know about that. It's Kamikaze Freak, no spaces. Then we also have Patreon, Corvid Let's Plays, but 10 more seconds. I'll catch y'all later, kamikazes, and let's stop.